You guys, we are here. We finally did it after 1,260, I don't know how many attempts. We managed to get this podcast studio ready for you guys so we can talk about whatever we want to talk about. So welcome to Tani and Lou Unfiltered.
Yes.
Yes, it's so nice.
Hello. Finally.
You have no idea what we've gone through to do this. Right, guys, so what we're going to be doing is every week we're going to be focusing on different subjects, stuff that we think is interesting and we think you guys are going to find interesting as well. And we speak a lot, we speak on a daily basis.
We speak non-stop.
Yeah, we're literally not speaking when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes I do. I'm like, Louise, give me a minute.
Like, leave me alone. I want to rest, Louise.
I just need 5 minutes.
It's true. I don't leave her.
No, I'm joking.
And I've actually written some stuff on my phone that I think would be interesting to talk about. And I think with this week's episode, I want to talk about something that we both speak about a lot, and it's about zodiac signs and star signs. And before you think, what the hell is this about? It's actually quite interesting because sometimes I speak to Tanya. Well, Tanya is really into all this stuff and she knows a lot about it. And I ask her a lot of questions on it. And I know loads of women out there are really into this stuff, but they don't really know a lot about it. So what I was thinking was like to throw some questions at you and see.
Just to put it out there, I'm not a professional astrologer.
No, you're not.
I have information about different things, the random things here and there. But it doesn't mean that I'm a professional reader.
No, but babe, it's just a conversation.
I know enough to,
Yeah. So one of the questions I've written down is, what do you think about relationships being based on zodiac signs? So let me explain, or let me rephrase this. For example, let's say that you go out and you meet this guy and he's a Leo, and you're a Cancer. I don't know if that's a good match.
I'm really praying that you meet a Leo.
Leos.
You need to be with a Leo. And not because Leo is like perfect and is good for everybody, but I think you will be so good with Leo.
Well, anyways,
depends.
Yeah, I'm not sure what signs match what signs, but for example, let's say you're out and about and you meet, you're a Cancer and you meet, a Leo. I don't know if that's a good match for you or not. Would you base your opinion on that person based on his star sign because your brain immediately says, oh my God, it's a Leo, no, it's not a good match? Or would you give that guy a chance?
To be honest with you, there's so much that goes into this. It's just knowing the star sign, meaning that people, when someone says that what's your star sign, that's your sun sign. There's 12 other planets in your birth chart. And just your sun sign doesn't say anything about your personality, not a lot. It's basically just a cover up of everything else that's inside.
Yeah.
There's so much more that it's just the tip of an iceberg. No, I don't diss people based on their star signs. I think there's so much more that goes into it, and also people's experiences, past trauma, and upbringings, and like what kind of information they've been exposed to as a child. Like all of this is really important, and also how self-aware you are of yourself and how much work you have done on yourself, because everybody has like dark side and light side. How much you are aware of yourself and how much you try to work on that and correct yourself. If you haven't done the work, then obviously that's just a different story for another day.
Yeah, but for example, let me just give you an example. Like I remember when I first started my relationship with my ex-boyfriend, and I told you he was a Libra and I was an Aries, you immediately said to me, babe, you're gonna have trouble in this relationship. But then I realized today that my sister and her husband, she's an Aries and he's a Libra, and they've been together for over 20 years and their relationship works wonderfly. They don't have any, well, not that I'm aware of, but they've been together for over 20 years. So would that be like do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
actually, I think Libra and Aries, they always find each other. Yeah. Because Libra is ruled by planet Mars. Aries is ruled by planet Mars. Libra is ruled by planet Venus. That's the masculine and the feminine. They always find each other. I didn't think based on that you're not a good match. I said that based on the fucked up things that was happening in the beginning. I was like, mate, this is bad news. You need to run. It wasn't because of the star signs. No, it's not because of that. And I think age matters, that like how so much else matters. So if you really look at your birth chart if you go on Google and type in birth chart calculator, there's a Astro Cafe, the website that you can put your details on. And if you know the time of birth, that's even better. You get the details more accurately. If you look at the table, you can see like there's 12 planets in that table.
Yeah.
And the first one would be your ascendant, which is the rising sign.
Okay.
That's just how you present yourself to other people before they actually get to know you. The sun sign is who you actually are. The moon sign, which is ruled by the planet moon, that's your emotions, and that's who you are in the intimate moments when you're comfortable with someone, or after a glass of wine, you know, when you're comfortable after alcohol. That's your moon coming out. So I have my moon in Leo. So apparently when I drink, I'm an attention-seeking whore.
Let's not talk about the last time that me and Tani went out, what you did. No, let's not. We
are going to talk about it. No. First of all, I just learned, do not drink vodka when you're out and when you're not emotionally stable, because you're going to end up texting your ex. Don't do that. And the next day I was like, Louise, what the fuck?
And I was like, you were like, you kept like...
Yeah. I blame that on the alcohol. It wasn't the stars.
No, obviously.
No, I was an emotional wreck.
No, but seriously now.
No, I was freshly out of a breakup, so, you know, now I'm in a good place, I think. So,
no, but seriously now, I know there's external factors that matter, and obviously age and how each person had past traumas, childhood and stuff, but being really realistic, knowing what you're like.
Yeah.
If, like, what for example would be Cancer's perfect match? If Cancer feminine, like a woman that's a Cancer, what would be her perfect match?
If you really look at the astrology, the perfect match by book would be like, if you look at the star signs, you have to see what elements they are. So as a Cancer, I am the element water. So I go good with water because they understand me on the emotional level.
I would have thought water went good with
earth.
Earth, yeah.
Because we can grow.
Yes.
So water needs to be on the ground, like a grounded level, water needs stability because they can be emotionally unstable. So you can be good with a water sign because they can understand you on the emotional level and you can relate to them. But they go good with earth sign as well, which is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So they provide the stability, and water kind of helps. It brings the emotion onto the table. So that's why your fire sign, you go good with air sign, because air can light the fire more.
Yeah, I know.
But that can be scary as well, because it depends how intense the relationship is and how emotionally you can regulate yourself and how much they trigger you, because air seeks freedom, it seeks travel and fun, and they don't necessarily bound themselves to stability so much. But fire needs a little bit of that. So it's really tricky. Like it's you don't really go by your sun sign to see if you're a good match with someone. When I started learning about astrology, that's what I thought that matters. But now I don't look at that. I just look at how the conversation goes, how I feel intuitively, how the chemistry feels, and how connected I feel with them, on a spiritual level, and how emotionally intelligent they are, because it's not based on the one star sign I would avoid, for me personally, would be Sagittarius, and my dad was a Sagittarius as well, so I'm not dissing Sagittarius. Sagittarius is absolutely fun. I love my friends who are Sagittarius. They're so fun. They don't take things seriously. They don't hold grudges. They're so fun. They love traveling. They're super positive. But for me personally, because I can be a little bit more boring in a sense, in a relationship. Sagittarius needs constant stimulation. I cannot provide that. I can't keep up with that kind of energy. So for me personally, I think Sagittarius, if someone says Sagittarius, I'd be like, run.
So you would then, for example, base somebody. So let's say, hi, I'm this hot guy.
That's it, done.
And this
I'll marry you.
hey Tani, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's really hot. I'm here like flashing my wallet, and I'm super good looking, super nice guy. And then you're like, what's your star sign? I'm like, I'm a Sagittarius. Would you still run?
I'll give you a chance. No, I'll give you a chance because
So babe,
Sagittarius is the 1 out of 12 of your personalities that I just learned. Because Sagittarius is what you choose to show me in that moment. When I get to know you intimately, it's different because when we're alone at home and when we share like different like goals and everything, if you have so many Sagittariuses in your chart, then that's when I run.
so you would give somebody a chance?
Yeah,
okay, so let's
course.
clarify that, because before she was like, I would run if he was a Sagittarius.
No, if they have a lot of Sagittarius, like if
you're very
if you
good
can't
looking-
work with it, if you really can't work with it, like there could be the Sagittarius that shows if they present themselves as fun and like a Sagittarius, but when you really get to know them, they're workaholic or they're very grounded. It's because of the other things in their chart and how they've been brought up. So I honestly don't, and I wouldn't suggest that. I don't look at the star sign. When you get to know people, don't ask for their star sign. Just go with your gut feeling, because I genuinely believe that everybody's on their own path, and whoever you come across with, there's no coincidence. You're meant to learn from that experience. You're meant to pick up something that's going to teach you something about yourself. So even if the experience is traumatic, if it's not a pleasant experience, it's what you're meant to experience. It's what you're meant to face about yourself. So I wouldn't avoid people because of their star sign. It's kind of sounds like that you're avoiding learning about life.
No,
you're not evolving, you know.
But when do you draw the line though? Like when do you, for example, like how much do I need to learn? Like, I mean,
You never stop learning.
no, yes, you need to learn to grow. I understand that, but when do you actually draw the line? Like, for example, this leads me to another question, like red flags. Red flags, not just in star signs, but in men in general. Like, and I don't want to like talk about men in general, as in like the whole masculine. I'm just trying to like figure out, like, for example, now that I'm really aware of star signs and I know that, for example, Leo is a good match for me, as you said, that Libra and Aries always attract each other. I don't know why. You've never explained that to me, but you said they always attract each
It's
other.
the masculine and feminine. It's the same with Scorpio and Taurus, because Taurus is
really?
another sign that's ruled by
Oh my
Venus.
God, my mom is Scorpio, my dad is Taurus.
They always find each other. It's whether they last. If they don't last, the connection is so intense and so toxic because they're meant to bring something insignificant in your life that you learn
insane.
from it. So if it works, it works. It's like a forever thing. If it doesn't work, it's going to be an experience that you're not going to forget.
Like my mom is a Scorpio, my dad is a Taurus, but like I said, and my sister is an Aries, and my brother-in-law is a Libra. And they've worked. But for me, it didn't work. So do you think that is also because of, like you said before, my personality, his personality? So what you're saying is there's loads of external factors that also you need to take into account.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about red flags. So for example, what would be, I know you said you'd run away from a Sagittarius, but then you said you'd give them a chance. What would be a massive red flag for you from the beginning of a relationship or somebody that you were getting to date or meet? And not like a general red flag that would be a red flag for most women. Like, for example, I don't know, a guy who isn't willing to commit. That's a huge red flag for most women, I would say. But what for you would be a red flag?
I personally wouldn't say, like, from my personal experience would be different with yours, because my boundaries are different. My standard of living is different. What I need in my life is different. If another girl wants like marriage and kids, maybe I don't want that.
That's true.
So that's not gonna, if someone says to me like, I'm not ready to commit, that's probably not a red flag for me, you know? It all depends on,
babe?
Yeah, because I look at myself and I'm like, okay, from looking at where I am in life and what I want, I'd be like, okay, if you fit and you don't fit. I think where you draw the line is when you get in a connection, you feel the chemistry, you feel the connection, and you give in, you go by how you feel, because I always follow what I feel. And where the time that you know that you don't want to deal with that person is that when you feel like everything they do doesn't trigger you anymore. So if you're not reacting to it, there's nothing else to learn from that. That's why people stay in a toxic relationship for longer than they should, according to other people. But I think you stay for as long as you need to, because as long as you're still getting triggered by it, even after you leave, you're still dealing with that person, really, because they're still bringing up something in you that you need to learn about yourself.
Yeah.
The moment that's the closure. The moment that you know you're not getting triggered by what they say, what they do, and you're not really fazed by it, that's when you know, okay, you've learned everything. There's nothing that
and it's time to walk away.
Yeah. And most of the time when you meet someone that you feel that's that intense attraction and that intense chemistry with them, that person was meant to come in your life before you were even born.
But what do you think about people who come into your life and there is this immediate attraction, this immediate chemistry, everything starts going really, really fast? Would that be, for example, with me, my experience, like normally with men, everything goes really fast?
That's because you're a fire sign.
You see, like fire signs related to signs.
Fire signs, they don't know how to chill and they can't take their time.
I'm not the one
don't have the patience. But yeah, okay, it depends on who you're dealing with. Say, like, knowing you, that because you're a fire sign, and I know you personally as well, if you deal with an earth sign, you're not going to be attracted to that. You were attracted to someone that feeds that energy. If you meet someone who's an earth sign, they take everything slow. They want to take their time before they make a decision. They want to be logical about things. You're going to be like, I'm fucking bored of this. I'm leaving. So you attract what feeds your energy, what makes you feel good. And I think you meet people that by the book, they're attractive. They have everything that you're looking for, but you don't feel that connection. Is because you don't have a life contract, like a past life contract with that person. Is because they're not supposed to bring anything in your life, but you meet someone that's not good for you, and you feel that intense connection with them, and you can't get away from them. Is because that person is meant to be in your life because they're bringing lessons. So that never ends. It goes on, and that's not only for relationships. That happens in your, like, with your family members. It can happen with your friends. With some friends, you feel like, I really like that girl. Like, I met her like in the toilet in the nightclub, and we had a really good connection, but you never hear from them ever again. It's because that was it. That was what you're supposed to have with them.
Yeah.
But then again, you meet someone who's your client and then lives in another city, and the connection just goes. You can't explain it, and you keep coming back together, and you don't speak for months, and you still come back together, and you just feel so comfortable, like family members. That's because that person is part of your soul tribe, and they're meant to bring out something back in your life. When I say back in your life, is because I truly believe that you live more than one time. They're meant to bring something back in your life that you didn't finish learning in your past life, so that you can complete it. So say, like, if your son was your brother in your past life, they come back in a different form. They're not going to come back as your brother this time. They can come back as your boyfriend. They can come back as your son.
I believe
because then you can look at it from a different perspective and learn. It's all basically, if you really look at the whole thing, the purpose of living is just basically learning about yourself. It's not about anybody else. It's not about your relationships. It's not about your family. It's not about your friends. Everything that you experience is teaching you about yourself. And the moment when you get to that level of spiritual evolvement is when you feel that sense of peace, that you have no need to achieve or please or prove anything to anybody. That's when you know, like, you fulfilled, like, you feel fulfilled within yourself.
You feel at peace.
You feel at peace.
Happy.
Yeah. I wouldn't say happy, because happiness is really a choice, because it's like it can change depending on how you feel your moods are, like, every day. But feeling fulfilled is like you're just at peace. You're just, like, not triggered easily by whatever goes on around you.
And I feel like that's really important to point out as well, like, feeling triggered. I think a lot of women in general, like, I'm speaking for myself now, though I don't want to, but I felt triggered for years. Like, I was constantly, like, there was things that would trigger me, and why did I not, like, pay attention to the fact that I wasn't okay? Like, why has it taken me?
Because you were so blinded by.
But why is the question?
Why?
Why?
Why is that you're not the first person that I've met that is like that?
No, there's hundreds of women that are doing that, and I think like we spoke about it the other day about.
I think people just in general.
Yeah,
because it can
men
be
as well.
men as
Men as
well.
well.
Yeah.
But I'm sure like there's mostly women that are gonna like.
Because women operate like mostly on like emotionally, they're not so logical when it comes to emotions, so they find it difficult to leave like relationships because their emotions are too entangled. With guys, it's different. They live on the surface, so for them to make decisions to remove themselves is a lot easier than women. And I'm speaking like generally because
No, but it's true,
you can
it's true.
meet guys that are like
Of
really
course.
emotional
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course, of course.
Depends on how in tune they are with their feminine side, but which we all have. We all have feminine and masculine side. That's something we're going to talk about in another episode. How important it is to be with someone who's masculine.
Well, she's spoken to me about this a lot actually, and how I'm in my masculine energy. But yeah, we'll talk about that in another episode. But really quickly, because we don't want to make this too long-winded, and we don't want to like make this.
But if you like to get more details about all of this, we can make another episode and go in depth.
We can like you guys just go in the comments and tell us what you want us to talk about. But really quickly, I really want to test Tani.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna throw a star sign at her, and she's gonna tell me what that star sign is famous
Tell me
for.
about that.
So, for example, let's say the first word that comes to your head, you just need to say when I throw a star sign at you. Okay, let's get all. Wait, because I don't even know all the star signs in the zodiac. Let's go get all the star signs in the zodiac. Star signs zodiac.
I don't know about all of them.
Okay. No, you don't have to. One word that comes to your head when you think about a star sign. Aries.
Aries, fucking crazy. Okay, now Aries.
My friend said toxic to me. She was like, "You're toxic." I was like,
Aries. Yeah, Aries men are really toxic. I think.
No,
but okay, we're going to talk
word.
about. I can't say in one word because they have positive and negative. Do you want me to say the positive or the negative?
Wait, when you think of an Aries woman,
if I think of an Aries as a friend, I can see it as positive, but as a partner, I might feel negative about it. So it really depends.
Okay, one word that comes to your head when you think let's talk about women, because this masculine.
I think okay. I don't see it as women and men. I just see it as in general. Okay. Like when I say Aries, I think of bluntly honest.
Okay, perfect. Taurus.
All about money. All about money.
Gemini.
They have wandering eyes.
Cancer.
I
think
emotionally manipulative.
I'm shocked. Leo.
Oh, Leo. I have a lot of Leo in my chart. Leo. Seek validation from outside of themselves a lot.
Really?
Yeah, they're very confident, but it matters to them how they're perceived from the outside.
Okay, so not one word to describe that. Virgo. My daughter is a Virgo. So
okay, I'll be gentle. Virgo women and men are so different.
Really?
Yes,
why?
So different. Because with women, I find them like super intelligent, very grounded.
You said that about Mara.
They're materialistic, but like in a good way. They seek stability and money. So they work for it as well. So they're not going to settle for something that's not good enough, like financially.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the negative.
Okay. Libra.
Libra. Indecisive.
Yeah. That's the word that comes to my head. Libra.
Indecisive.
Okay. Sagittarius.
Well, I feel like I'm just saying the negative things. I generally have like positive things to say. You're asking me to say one word. Can I say like one positive and one negative? Because I actually do have a lot of positive.
No, one word. No.
Okay.
The first thing. It could be like you said something positive about Leo. You said,
Leo's very generous and they're just so like giving, loving.
Did I say, so we went to Libra, Scorpio. One
Scorpio.
word.
Obsessive.
Sagittarius.
Adventurous.
Really?
Yeah.
Capricorn.
All about work. Money, work, workaholics. Absolutely workaholics.
Aquarius.
Don't give a shit. They don't give a shit.
My son's Aquarius.
They don't
and he
give
does
a
not
shit about anyone. And they just want like activities like adventure and activities. And they just want to feel free basically.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have...
Very intelligent as well.
That's the word that I came
And
to my mind.
they communicate really well.
Intellectual. And then finally, Pisces.
Psychics.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know my granddad was a Pisces, and for me he was the loveliest, most amazing man the world has ever produced, like the universe has ever produced. Like my granddad and I were so close. And he was a Pisces and he was so gentle. And when I think of people who are Pisces, my sister's also a Pisces, my other sister. And
They're
she's
very
very
sweet,
they're very calm, aren't they? I
They
think.
can be a little bit people pleasers. Libras can be people pleasers as
Yeah.
well. But depends on how much you're aware of that, then
Yeah.
you can just draw the line. But with Pisces, they're very intuitive. It's kind of, I find a little bit like with Pisces, I'm a bit like wary around them because I feel like they can see through me.
Really?
Like I
Why?
can't hide anything because they can feel.
'Cause they're
things,
psychics.
They can sense things. You can't hide anything from them. Like they just look at you like, I know you're bullshitting.
Well, I'm going to tell you something actually. My sister's always been very intuitive. And I remember when she's a Pisces, when she was very, very young, she went to my mom and she said, I'm seeing things. And my mom was like,
That.
so my mom actually took her to this lady. She wouldn't even mind me talking about her here because she's so like online and stuff. And this lady said to her, you've got a gift. And if you want to train it, I can help you. And she was like, no. And my sister's spoken about this openly, so I can speak about this. But you are right that she is very intuitive.
But a lot of people, everybody has intuition. Some people have it more than the other. But if you don't practice it,
No, of
you
course.
can't. You're not in tune with it.
So when you say Pisces psychic, it's because they're more intuitive.
And actually, they're very in tune with their intuition.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time they're not aware of it. They have it since they're born. Can I say positive things about these signs?
No.
Because I feel like I said a lot of negative.
On another episode.
No, I'm gonna. Okay, when I said Cancer's emotionally manipulative, first of all, I'm
She's
a
a
Cancer
Cancer.
myself. It's because
She's a Cancer.
I
I didn't think she was
defend
going to say
myself.
that.
No, but emotion manipulative sometimes can be a good thing, depending on where you use it. No, but seriously. Because Cancers are very emotionally intelligent. Like they know all about their own emotion and they can read you like a book. They know about how you feel
Yeah.
and everything. So they can use that to work in their favor. So if you have that ability and if you have morals, you're not going to use it for people that you love. You can use it like to earn money. You can, because you
yeah, of course.
understand, if you understand the situation and the circumstances and feelings and everything, you can transmute that energy to positive.
Yeah.
So emotional manipulation is not a bad word all the time. Manipulation means that you change in the circumstances
So
to get a different outcome.
She's trying to rectify. So let's give Tanya
but
another chance. I'm going to give you, because obviously people are going to be like, I'm not emotional and this and that and whatever.
No, it's
So-
true because not all
Yeah.
cancers are emotional.
Remember, guys, we're just talking about, it's just fun. Like, okay, let's do it again and something positive about each star sign and then we're going to round it up. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Aries.
I already said bluntly honest, so that's good.
Is that something good?
It could
honesty
is
but,
good.
But baby, could be perceived as really bad because I'm an Aries, by the
No,
way.
I appreciate
I've had to
depends
tone
on-
it down a
no,
lot.
if people don't appreciate that, then they really need to work on themselves. Like if you I appreciate honesty. It doesn't matter how it makes me feel, as long as I know where I stand with this, it's fine. But I can say something negative about that now.
But I thought that was something negative.
Aries, I think they fall in love like fast,
We do.
and they fall out of love.
We do.
As fast.
Yes. We're like,
It's like they literally last 3 days. It's like they really are in love. They're like, that's it. Like I met the person that I'm gonna marry. This is it. Like I think this is it.
Hashtag relatable.
And then 3 days later, they're like, oh, I'm bored.
We're out of there. Okay, really quickly, I'm just gonna throw them at you. Taurus,
Family oriented,
Gemini,
very social and intelligent.
Cancer.
Nurturers. The mothers of
true.
the zodiac. They
Yeah,
take care of you.
you're always taking care of me.
Yeah, they cook for you and they take
Yeah,
care of you. And they
she's actually just cooked something downstairs,
Yeah.
something with rice.
Yeah.
So
they
yeah,
love
she
cooking.
is.
Most cancers love cooking.
Yeah. Leo. You said something positive about Leo before, but you can elaborate.
I said something negative. I said they seek validation. Leos are they're ruled by the sun. That's the main planet of the zodiac.
You've said to me before that Leos are like caring, aren't they?
They're very generous. Yeah,
Generous.
they're very generous.
Virgo.
I get stuck when it comes to that.
Oh, why? Amara's a Virgo.
Yeah, no, you said that.
What?
And I think,
Why are you
okay,
so
with
stuck with Virgo?
You know why?
Babe, Virgo, go.
Something positive.
Of course. Like, we've just had a whole round just so
No,
that
okay,
you
I
can
don't want people to
rectify.
think I have something negative about Virgos. It's just my past experience, and I'm not gonna base my judgment on that.
No.
Yeah, so Virgos, I think one thing I learned about Virgos is that they have high standard, very high standard, like unrealistic. But if they, like for example, for relationships, they don't settle for anyone, nothing or nobody is good enough. But when they
Good, Amara,
find
good.
that one person, that person is very special.
Good.
Yeah,
That my daughter
high
is a Virgo.
standards. I would say high standards.
You keep your high standards, Amara. Libra.
Back to the-
Babe, I'm going through all of them.
Libras are very social. They're social butterflies.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I can double
They
that.
have very good social skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Salesmen.
Yeah. Scorpio.
Scorpio, very intense.
In-
Good in bed. Good in bed.
Great.
I'm not saying from personal experience. I'm just saying what I know.
I don't know if... I'm not going to talk.
Okay. Let's not
Right
like
on.
wash the laundry.
Sagittarius. I like this stuff.
I said adventurous, Sagittarius.
Yeah, you were positive around that.
I
yeah.
would say like if I say something negative, I'd be like non-committal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we are doing both.
Yeah.
Capricorn.
I said the workaholics.
So that could be seen as something negative as well. Positive, but also negative because you don't want to be working all day. It needs
Yeah.
a bit of a balance.
But they can also be like very strict, like military style. Like they're control freaks a little bit. Yeah.
So what's the positive then that they
I think being focused on work and
so that
that's
they're
a good
committed.
thing.
Yeah.
My mom is a Capricorn and she can't not work. Like she's retired, but she's still working. Like
Doing
she
stuff,
she cannot work, and I think that's a positive thing.
Aquarius.
Aquarius, I said they're very intelligent.
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah.
And
Pisces.
they don't give a shit as well.
That's a good quality. Pisces.
Pisces men do not trust.
Not. People are talking about positives. What?
I said something positive before.
No, you didn't. Okay.
I said Pisces are psychics. That's a positive thing. But Pisces men, they tell you everything that you like to hear. But they fall in love.
I've
They're
never been.
daydreamers. They fall in love and they have a relationship in their head which you don't even know about. There might be a Pisces somewhere in the world that has a relationship with you in his head and you haven't got a clue about that. And you're already married and you already have kids with him. It's true.
You get
And
the
then
best of both
And
worlds.
then when you speak to them, you're like, oh, what do you want? Yeah, that's
Is that is your impression on it? Because my impression on
that's
the
what I've
Pisces.
learned.
Well, it's
And
my
okay, can we
grandparents.
just clarify? All of this that I'm saying is not from personal
No.
experience. It's from how my experience on interacting with people.
And guys-
obviously some of it personal experience as well, but not like
Guys, this is called Tani and Lou Unfiltered. We just talk about
it's unfiltered.
Yeah.
Don't take anything personal. You know, like I'm sure you're a good person.
What the fuck? Why are we?
Oh my god! Okay, we need to go. We need to.
Yeah, guys.
By the way,
we're gonna round this up. We're gonna round this up, and we're gonna finish
I
because
had
actually,
wine before this.
yeah, actually,
This is not coffee. It's not tea. It's wine.
we needed something to let loose. Right, guys, we're going to round it up. And actually, we would really appreciate it if you guys like our podcast and you like what we've been talking about.
You used to have a piercing there.
Yeah.
Just noticed it now.
I went through a crazy phase.
Really? I did as
emo.
well, and I took it out.
I thought it was an emo.
I tell you what I did. I had half of my head shaved.
We need to round this up.
I had half of my head shaved for a thing. And I've deleted all the pictures because I don't want anyone to know. I'm sweating. Oh.
I really need to round it up.
I'm gonna go because I don't need to tell people more than this about
We really need to round it up. Seriously.
We're gonna leave some for the next time.
Guys, we would really appreciate it if you can go in the comments and tell us what you'd be interested in us just chit-chatting about. I don't want to say the word. My voice is going because I'm
You're crying.
Because I'm just imagining you will have a bald head. Anyways, please let us know if you found this podcast interesting, what else you'd want us to talk about. And guys, we're really active on social media. I'm definitely really active on social media.
I'm not.
Tani's a bit more
I'm
private.
private, so
Message me
you're
and
more
tell
than
me.
welcome to add me, but I will do my investigation before I accept.
I'm fine. You can message me and tell me what you'd be interested in us talking about. And we have a few things that we want to talk about in the next
There's
week.
a lot of things that we're going to talk about. This is only the first time, like, by the way, this is Alfie.
Yeah, we haven't introduced
I didn't
Alfie.
introduce Alfie. Look. Hello. Hello, Mama. He's 8 years old. He's my little boy.
He's a sausage.
He's such a good boy.
Right, guys, we're going to round it up. Thank you for listening to us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye, guys.